Hello and welcome to today's video. We're going to cover the LCS as free agency approaches tomorrow, I believe. We're going to go over the teams and how they stand right now based on how contracts actually are. And then go over, well, in part at the same time, talk about who the free agents will be. Um, Said this in the other three videos. I'll say it again. I do not believe verbal agreements. And actually, there was a very good example of this just today I saw from one of the Twitter Pokemon. That JoJo, although is rumored to go to C9 and still is rumored, Liv Sandbox from the LCK went and threw their hat in the ring after C9 thought they had a deal with JoJo done, and JoJo said, "Oh, well, actually, it sounds like you are lowballing me because I got a bigger offer from over here. It sounds like a better offer." And now C9 had to up their offer. So this is a perfect example of why I believe verbal agreements don't mean anything. Because really, the team should be looking at who's available everywhere until the contract's signed, and players should be looking for the best deal possible, as should their agents. So verbal agreements to me mean nothing. So when you see all those rumors and things like that, until it's actually set in stone and signed, I'm not even going to give it the time of day besides just to bitch about it. Now, in terms of free agency, right now 100 Thieves have Sniper and Quid under contract for next year. That means Closer, Someday, Tenacity, who has returned from his retirement, which everybody knew wasn't going to actually be a real retirement, and Doublelift and Buzio are all free agents. The Buzio part, he is really, really talented. I think he's going to be a star in this league. However, his contract was up. So he becomes a highly contested free agent. I think he would fit well with Sniper and Quid, but that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Cloud9, Fudge, Blabber, Berserker are all under contract for next year. Eminez and Diplex are out, as is Sven. That's all been pretty much announced. Sven may want to become an AD carry again, so he's listed under both over here. Dignitas, Rich, XU, and Jensen are all under contract beyond tomorrow. That means Tomio, Spawn, Diamond, Poom, and Biofrost are all free agents. Santorin had retired for Dignitas after the season was done. Evil Geniuses, just Shaden and Jojo Pune are under contract for next year. So, Revenge, Armeo, Inspired, Unforgiven, and Isla, all free agents. Unforgiven is one that shouldn't be forgotten. Unforgiven, I think, is very, very good. And if he's not on a top upper half LCS or LEC roster, I think that's a shame. Unforgiven is extremely talented. FlyQuest, Impact, and Spica both are under contract for next year. Vikla, Prince, and Vulcan, all free agents. Golden Guardians, their entire roster is under contract beyond tomorrow. So that means they're buying out players or not respecting contracts, which is why verbal agreements don't matter too, because in the end, these contracts aren't actually respected. So why would they respect a verbal agreement? Licorice, River, Gory, Stixay, and Huhi all are under contract. And that kind of segues perfectly into Immortals, who have nobody signed beyond tomorrow. So that means Solo, Kenvi, Balulu, Tactical, and Treats are all free agents. NRG, the number one seed from the LCS at Worlds, got to quarterfinals. Contracts, Palafox, and Ignar are under contract beyond tomorrow. So that means Dokla and FBI are free agents. Team Liquid, APA and Yeon are under contract. That's probably the two best out of the five that you want under contract. Obviously, Summit and Pioshik and Core JJ are super good players, but the two youngest players, APA and Yeon, are building blocks. So if you're going to have players under contract, I'd prefer it be the younger guys. But Summit, Pioshik, and Core JJ will find homes next year. It wouldn't shock me at all if Summit ends up back in the East if he wanted to be. Pioshik, just the same after its Worlds performance. Core JJ could retire and be a coach, could retire handsomely, and he'd still be world class. Lastly, Shopify Rebellion took over the roster of TSM. Boogie and Insanity are both under contract. So that means Haunter, Wild Turtle, and Chime are all free agents. Let me see if I missed anybody. I have Arthur on here, Mir from Team Liquid Academy. I think he's somebody that you should be keeping an eye on because I think Travis Gafford's video, him saying that imports are still a thing, but it might be lesser known imports. I think Arthur is one of those guys that would be a good budget addition. Harry from Team Liquid as well. We saw a bit of him last year. Ruby, we saw him with Heretics and TSM. I have Winsome on here. I mean, could see him. He'd be cheap, and he isn't an import. But yeah, there are a lot of gaps here. I mean, it's not a ton, but there are quite a few. And the rumor is that LCS, I mean, a lot of these contracts won't be respected, which is why I don't respect verbal agreements. And I mean, it means it's going to be a mess this upcoming week, right? We'll see what happens when the global contract database starts, rattling off these contracts, so we can go over them in detail in the roundups going forward. But this is how it looks right now. So if you missed the LEC video, LCK or LPL, those are on my channel over the last week. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.